Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Jev, back on some Friday the 13th here. I played Friday the 13th on the 13th, but I'm gonna be playing it again today just because I feel like it. So one of the main reasons that this came up in my head is obviously after the 13th, I kind of was reminded of how much fun I would actually have on this game, just like chilling. Because right now, there isn't a game that I've been dumping like just a ridiculous amount of time into. So it's actually been fun to just sit around and relax and play shit that, I don't know, just isn't as stressful. Like, it doesn't really matter if I win or lose on here. It doesn't matter if I'm, you know, hitting clips. It doesn't matter if I'm doing any of that shit. I'm just relaxing. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that there's nothing going on with Friday the 13th. Also, there was a post from the devs, I think, recently, like a couple days ago, talking about their next update for the game, and this update is supposed to be massive. They explain it as the biggest update that this game has had since release. Is that saying a lot? I don't really know. A lot of the updates that have come out really are just releasing new counselors, new Jasons, new maps. Actually, you know, they've updated a lot. This update is actually supposed to make the game look, feel, and just seem different, like a brand new game almost, I guess. So this isn't just like some sort of just giant update where they just add a whole bunch of extra shit. They're actually updating the engine of the game itself. They're gonna have better physics, shadows, and shit like that. Apparently, this game is gonna look a lot creepier after the update. I don't really know how I feel about that because sometimes it's already hard to see. Wait, is he really just... Alright, guys, I'm driving out. Get in! Come on, guys! I'm trying to... Oh, I'm the best! Later, bitch! You better use that port! I'm just gonna back up to victory. That's fine with me. Here he is, and then we're just gonna drive this way. Got his port out. We just drive all the way here. He can't catch up anymore. We make it down the street before his cooldown is back up, and GG. I'm the best in the world. I'm getting everybody out. Look at that shit. Easy. 4 people, full car. Let me pull this shit up so I don't get it wrong. So it says here, this update will allow us to address many problems that negatively impact game performance as well as fix bugs that can't be fixed otherwise. What will updating the engine change or improve? Potential for physics improvements, fixes for vehicles, ragdolls, hair, more, better performance on all the platforms, meaning more FPS. Required support for dedicated servers on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Dedicated servers is always nice. Getting commando grabbed isn't fun. And fixes for long-standing issues that will be automatically resolved by just moving to a new engine. I think there's also a new counselor that's coming with this whole thing, or at least around the time of that update. It came out with more and just showed, like, you know, the engine updated and everything in a video. And basically, I mean, really, it just kind of looks darker and things look a little bit more, I guess, saturated. Quite a bit darker, and this game is already pretty dark. I mean, these guys aren't using their flashlights, so it's like extra dark, but you're getting a good idea. It's basically maybe even darker than this, which actually brings like a whole new atmosphere to the game, which can potentially make it scarier. Kind of fit the mood even better. Since it is a horror game, you want to at least try to make it a little scary. I mean, I screamed my ass off when I was first initially playing the game, and even sometimes I get scared when I'm jumping through windows or opening doors or trying to close some shit. I'll scream at the top of my lungs and stuff, but it's just because I'm a really anxious guy and I don't know why I'm talking about this. So with that little video, I mean, I can link it down there if I remember. Making this late at night, so I don't really know if I'm gonna remember. Somebody also mentioned, I'm not sure if it was one of the devs or not, but they did say something along the lines of, this will make flashlights, I guess, more effective and kind of needed a little bit more. Because right now, you would only turn your flashlight on to kind of keep your character from freaking out just a little bit, you know, slower. It'll slow down the process of your character freaking out, at least from what I know anyway. Having your flashlight on is always a thing that you usually want to be doing, unless you have a reason to turn it off. The more fear you generate, the easier it is for Jason to sense you. You're also more likely to trip, your stamina drains faster, it recovers slower, just everything. Swing! Why didn't she swing? What? Oh. You're not gonna be... Oh, no. Oh, shit! Wait, no! I guess he got tired of getting stabbed in the neck. He's able to locate these guys immediately because of, I mean, look at that. How much more different will the game be with these updates? I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. Really hoping that they end up at some point getting the rights to the Freddy versus Jason. I love that version of Jason. It's one of my favorites. Hey, I mean, if you can run away for another 3 minutes, why is he... Oh, that's fucked up. As soon as they got rid of all the team killing, nobody plays Bugsy anymore. Yeah, what I was saying about the flashlight is that it would actually be used to be able to see in certain areas. Like maybe if you're walking through, you know, maybe when the power goes out, you actually need to turn those flashlights on to keep yourself from slowly building fear. But it makes it easier for Jason to be able to spot you. But I mean, does it really fucking matter when he can just teleport on top of you and sense you? Why did he jump in? Are you crazy? What? Please. What? What the fuck? What the fuck? He's got 15 seconds. Go through the window! This guy managed to survive for like the full game. I'm gonna see if I can do a preferred Jason and see if I can get Jason for a game. I'm usually preferring counselors because I just have more fun that way. But for videos, people like to see me play Jason a lot. I mean, what can I say? I'm pretty much the best Jason ever. I know some Jason main is just gonna come out of nowhere and try and talk shit to me. I'm just joking. Wish I was honestly a good enough counselor to be able to use Vanessa effectively. I picked Vanessa because she could just run away a shit ton because I hate being caught. You would think then, well, why don't you just play a stealth character? The thing is, when he finally finds me, which he most likely will, because it's very rare that you go an entire game without even seeing Jason, that I don't really think the trade-off is worth it. I'd rather him know where I am and me be able to effectively get away, rather than a character that just, I'm dead from the fucking start as soon as he comes at me. I watched a couple, like, tip videos and shit like that on how to kite Jason better, but honestly, I make pretty poor decisions when it matters. Yeah, they showed a bunch of previews on this on a bunch of different platforms. Just this cutscene over and over and over again. The only difference you could really see is that it was darker, honestly. And we didn't get Jason. Fuck. I think I'm too late. Yeah, I'm too late. I don't know where Jason went. I'm not liking this. Don't have a weapon. I don't have shit. It's just me and Vanessa. So all of these houses have been searched, it looks like. I don't even know where the other parts could be. I'm assuming the battery is maybe inside of the boathouse. I've seen people do dumb shit to Jasons in these games. Like, I just want to be, like, so good at being a counselor, and I just frustrate the shit out of Jason. I want to make them rage quit with how annoyingly slippery I am. You have 2 cars on the map and nobody can find gas? Ooh. They said that it was originally supposed to be aimed for April, but it gave an update and said that that's not going to happen. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. My most recent videos will pop up on the screen here. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and yeah, it's been Jev, guys. Later. I got pussy in my